Today we are going to do an experiment on reciprocating compressor. We will find out the performance of a single stage reciprocating compressor. This is the compressor what we are going to do experiment on the, and I'll show you how to start it and what are the procedures should be followed before starting also, and how to find out how to take the readings, the different readings, and then you need to use those readings and find out volumetric efficiency, different performance actually. So volumetric efficiency, thermal efficiency, overall efficiency, these things you have to find out. Now I'll just show you. This is the compressor part. This you can see, this is a compressor part. Before starting you should check the oil, lubricating oil is there or not in the label. This is a motor belt driven compressor it is. You can see this, everything is free. And then you have to see this, the pressure here, pressure gauge. This will show you the discharge pressure of a cylinder here. This is the reservoir. You can see this is the reservoir here. So it is coming from here, air, and getting filled this reservoir. Find out the performance at different pressure, different delivery pressure. So at 2 bar, 4 bar, 6 bar and 8 bar, we have to note down the readings and do the performance analysis. Okay, so now I will tell you how to do that. What are the different readings we need to take here? We have to take RPM. What is the speed of this compressor? That we have to use tachometer, and just coming to this side, we have to use this tachometer. This is the tachometer, and we put here on the shaft, we will get the readings. We will start it, this compression, and I will show you. This is the tachometer. Find out what is the volume flow rate, air flow rate. So we have here orifice meter, and you have to take the readings of this manometer and note down the delta P, pressure difference. Okay, based on that, there is a question you can find out air flow rate, volume flow rate. Another thing what I want to say, how much power consumes, it consumes. So reciprocating compressor, how much power consumes we can find out from the watt meter or power meter. Power meter is here. You can see here we have to note down the revolution. When we start the compressor, this will start rotating, and for 10 seconds how many revolutions are there, that we have to note down. So this will give you the power. Now let us start this compressor, and I'll show you how to take the readings and all. So I am starting here. Before starting you must know how to stop it. This is a very important part. So this is the stop button, you can see this, and this is the start button. So if I start it, I am just doing now, you can see. You can show here. So this is the compressor starting. Now I will show you how to measure the RPM. RPM, it is around 700 RPM manometer reading. You can see the difference here. You can see the difference. One point is here, another is here inside. It is here, another one is here. You can see from the side. So this difference you have to note down. Okay. Now I have switched off. You have to run it for quite duration, for maybe 20-30 minutes to get the required pressure. Actually we need first reading we should take at 0 pressure of this cylinder, then 2 bar pressure when it reaches, then that time you should take the readings. So different pressure you should 2, 4, 6, 8 you should take readings. Now the thing is how much power consumption is there, that we know from the watt meter. And if you want to find out efficiency, you need indicator diagram. indicated power, how much is there inside the cylinder. So that we have here, but this thing is not working now. So this earlier when it was working, we have recorded it, and that area we have to find out. So I will show you here how to do that using planimeter. So this is the planimeter, these readings you can see, this is the old readings at different bar. 2 bar pressure you can see, 4 bar pressure, 6 bar pressure, 6 kg per centimeter square, 7 kg per centimeter square and 8 kg per centimeter square. So 2, 4, 6 and 8 we should do the experiment here and find out the performance. So for these things, this is a planimeter, the mechanical type planimeter. You can see the readings, you have to fix it and move according to this periphery of the graph, and you will get the readings. That area you will find out. You might have done in the earlier semester also this planimeter readings. So this planimeter and some spring constant is there. With that you can find out the indicated power. Okay, so this way you will find out the performance of this compression. So I will share all the details, whatever the data required, and based on that you have to calculate and submit the graphs, whatever the related things are there in that. Thank you.
Now move on to the calculation part of single stage air compressor. So for that we need some data. See, in that operators required, you can see single stage compressor, LG single stage air compressor. The data has been, specification has been given, that is speed. We need speed, bore and stroke length to calculate the mean effective pressure. Okay, so here is the specification related to driving motor, and here is some energy meter constant has been given. Some observations in this, some constants has been given. So these constants will be helpful for calculating the parameters in calculation part. So you can see this is the tabular column. So we have tabulated that 8 bar data over here, that is 8 bar data. So energy meter reading for 10 revolution, this will be taking 143 seconds, and manometer reading will be 7.2 centimeter, and the speed of that particular 8 bar pressure will be 694 rpm, and the area of the indicator diagram for this 8 bar is 800 meter square. First we need to calculate input to the power. So this will be the formula given, that is 24 into this is the number of revolution, that is 10, the time taken, motor power. Okay, so then we can go for shaft power, that is efficiency of the motor has been given, efficiency of the motor and input motor power. So you will get the shaft power. Okay, then you move on to that mean effective pressure. With the help of that indicator diagram, just we can calculate what is the mean effective pressure. This is the formula, that is area of the indicator diagram and length of the indicator diagram. This L is there in this is a spring constant, so it is there in observation part, right? So you will get the mean effective pressure. Then move on to indicated power. So this will be the formula, plan by 60, right? So just this is the mean effective pressure, the length 85, and this will be the diameter. Okay, then this will be the rpm. You will get the indicated power. Okay, then move on to that, what is the amount of air is enter into that compressor. So that will be free air delivery. So this will be this is the formula to calculate the free air delivery. So K, this is the constant has been given, this is the manometric reading, H, and T, this is the atmospheric temperature, this is the pressure in terms of mm of H, centimeter of Hg. Okay, that is 302, you can here 302, that is 29 degrees centigrade, so converted to Kelvin. So ambient pressure in centimeter of Hg, that is 76. You will get free air delivery. Then move on to calculate the isothermal power. So this is the formula to calculate the isothermal power. The P1, that is 1 atmospheric pressure, and V, so this will be the free air delivery. So you calculated it previously, so that you can substitute here the ln of R. So this R value, this is the formula to calculate the pressure ratio, that is you will get the 8.9, just substitute here, you will get isothermal power. Okay, so this is the isothermal power. Then comes to mechanical efficiency. So this is indicated power by shaft power. Substitute the value, you will get mechanical efficiency. Now come isothermal efficiency, isothermal power by indicated power, you will get the isothermal efficiency. And overall efficiency, you know that overall efficiency is the ratio of what isothermal power by shaft power. Just substitute the value, you will get overall efficiency. Now comes to volumetric efficiency, that is free air delivery by your cylinder diameter, this is your cylinder volume in terms of rotation, we can say. So you will get the volumetric efficiency. So this L and N value, so this is diameter of your this thing compressor, and this is a stroke length. Okay, so just substitute the value, you will get the volumetric efficiency. In the results, actually what we need to show the performance characteristics curves, because two graphs we need to show. The one will be free air delivery, shaft power and indicated power versus delivery pressure, and efficiencies versus delivery pressure. Okay, we need to show two graphs. See, this is the graphs, that is shaft power, indicated power and free air delivery versus pressure, delivery pressure, and efficiencies versus delivery pressure. Okay, like this we need to draw performance characteristic in terms of this thing, power and efficiencies, in two separate graphs. Okay, thank you.